was it like working on this project for Sierra Burgess is a Loser?
It was amazing and so easy, actually very low stakes. You know, it was executive. The whole album was executive produced and written by a really good friend of mine who I've written some music with as well for my project. And so he approached me with some of the songs, going, "Do you want to be a part of this? I'm doing this, I think, amazing thing, and I want you to sing one of the songs." And so when I heard the other side, I was like, "Yeah, I want to sing that song." So it's my first time, it's my first single on a movie soundtrack, and I'm pretty excited and nervous, and I cannot wait to see the movie because I haven't seen it yet. I've only been told what the song means in the movie and kind of the context of it. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be sobbing. That's what I've been told, but it's a little bit of a tearjerker. So
I kind of feel that the movie's amazing. I saw it. I feel like the soundtrack is going to be just as successful. Yes, yeah, it's great. And so it's all about high school and about dating and technology. Why do you think it can be sometimes so awkward and vulnerable to share your feelings through text?
High school, technology, and dating are three things that are so stressful to me. Wow. I think it's really difficult to beat yourself over any kind of technology because it's context is different, right? So you could say you could say something like, "Yeah, no worries," and it comes off as "Yeah, no worries," like you're actually mad. And so it's it just misconstrues everything. And I think being able to really connect with somebody when you're doing it over text, all you're worried about is that, do they know what I mean? Are they understanding what I'm trying to say? Did you read it correctly? Did you misread it and then think I said something completely different, and then this entire conversation took a turn that I don't understand? You know, I think that that's kind of horrible and stressful and more work than it is sort of worth. And I feel lucky enough to have grown up in a time where human connection was still sort of the number one way that we did it. But things have changed now, and I think this movie is probably something that'll tell a really important story for kids who are watching it now, who have to go through this dating over the phone. I've been in a long-distance relationship, which is basically dating your phone, and it is never fun, so I get it.
I mean, dating in high school can feel like life or death, and it can be, the emotions can be amplified.
It's life or death, it totally is.
Yeah. So, because it's about dating, what is the most romantic thing that's ever happened to you?
The most romantic. My fiance proposing to me was pretty romantic. He took me to my parents' place, and they have a house in Michigan, which is on the lake, and it's my favorite place in the world. And so he took me for a walk on this trail that I love out behind the house, and he proposed to me out there. And when I came home, my mom and dad had strawberries and champagne, and they knew, and they were my dad was sobbing, and it was pretty. It was, for me, my family's the most important part of my life, and so to have him know that that was where I would want to be and who I would want to be with was really, really nice. And I don't think I stopped smiling for 10 days. I was on cloud 9. It's pretty romantic.
A very beautiful story. And what's next for you?
I'm currently finishing up my album. It's very exciting. My first independent album ever. So I'm really looking forward to everybody hearing it, and I like to think it's some of the best stuff I've done. So I'm really pumped about it.
When can we expect it?
Next year, top of next year. Keep your eyes peeled. Yes.
So congratulations on everything that's happened since the fall.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited, happy to be here.
Did you ever think when you first auditioned for that you would then be have something on a soundtrack for Sierra Burgess is a Loser?
I mean, never in a million years, but I definitely hope so. And hoping really works.
What was it like working on this song?
It was amazing. Leland called me and he said, "I have this song for you, and would you want to sing on it for me?" And I was like, duh, yes, of course. He gave me the layout of what the story was for the movie, and it was perfect, and I wanted to be a part of it. It made perfect sense. Yeah.
And what are some of the changes that have happened to you?
I have been busy every day since I left that show. I just got off a tour with HBO and Love Loud. I performed with Imagine Dragons at their festival. I did a 6-city tour, including Vancouver. I've been just going, and now I'm headlining Louisville Pride next month and playing 2 shows in New York. Yeah.
Incredible. Now, because this movie is about high school and dating in high school, what was your experience like in high school?
I hated high school. I went to an all-boys Catholic high school, and it was awful. But I had a boyfriend, and he made it better. Yeah.
It's funny, we were talking before about how dating can feel so amplified and life or death to ask out your crush. Why is that, do you think?
I think just the pressure of having to really be on and having to have something. It's just, kids are crazy, and they make you feel you have to be cute and popular and have the cute, and it's not about that. It's just love yourself and be happy.
Wise words. Yes. Thank you. You have some incredible music out there, and you're an amazing artist, but how does it feel when you get called to write a score for a movie?
there is no feeling like it. It's also very scary. It's very intimidating because, you know, when I'm just writing a pop song, the only cooks in the kitchen are the ones in the room. But when you're writing songs for film, there are a lot of people that have to approve, and there are a lot of opinions, rightfully so, you know, because there's a lot on the line for a film. And so it's intimidating, but it's also so gratifying and so special. And yeah, for me, it's a newfound passion. Not only writing the songs for the film and scoring the film, but also putting together the soundtrack. You know, I was able to reach out to artists that I've worked with over the past few years and say, I would love for you to sing this song on the soundtrack. I think you'd be great for it. And to have everyone say like yes and do it and record the songs was just really special.
Wow. And so in the process, did you have a copy of the script, or how did you go through? Okay.
I mean, I also just wanted the process of being like, oh yeah, I would love to read the script, you know? So I read the script and fell in love with it. And for the song Sunflower specifically, which is the song Shannon sings in the film, I wanted to draw from her character. So I wanted to really know the story in and out. So yeah, I like read the script and pulled pieces of her character and even pulled a few lines from the movie. You know, there's a poem that Lindsay Beer, the screenwriter, wrote that led us to writing Sunflower. And yeah, so I tried to just draw as much inspiration as I could and talk to Ian, the director, and knew that, you know, we were doing a John Hughes-inspired 80s throwback rom-com, and I wanted to stay as true to that without it sounding throwback. I wanted it to sound like it could still come out today, but have those inspirations.
And what was it like working with Shannon on that track? Because I love that we get to hear her sing now.
Yes, I mean, her voice is so good, and it was her first time in the recording studio when we recorded Sunflower. You know, I think the environment that we recorded the song in is not intimidating. We were in the middle of making Troye Sivan's album, so we just took a break and wrote Sunflower, and then Shannon came over, and, you know, we make his albums in a garage in Eagle Rock, so it's not like this big grand studio where, you know, $1 million studio. But it just felt really special, and she was such a trooper, and she was like, let's do it, and was great with direction, but her natural performance is what I wanted to capture. And if you listen to Sunflower, not only do you hear a great vocal, but you hear her acting. And to me, that is what really brought the song to life and made it special.
Because this movie features a lot of technology and texting, why do you think that we can sometimes feel so awkward or vulnerable when we share our feelings via text?
You know, because those words are permanent. You know, I do text, of course, but, you know, when it comes to serious conversations, I'm a fan of just calling. But the way that this relationship develops in the movie, initially over text and then on the phone, you know, words matter and words are powerful. And so, yeah, I mean, the power of text is scary because those words live there, and you don't know how they're going to be interpreted, and you don't know how the context behind them being sent. So I do think this film really captures that beautifully, captures that dynamic, captures that fear, that insecurity, and also lets the text live by themselves without knowing, you know, the characters behind them just yet. You know, so I think that's really cool how the film did that.
Thank you so much for talking to Hey You Guys. I have a feeling that the soundtrack is going to be just as popular as the movie.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, what's up? It's Betty Who, and you've just been buzzed.
Rose girls in glass faces, perfect bodies, perfect faces. They all belong in magazines. Those girls the boys are chasing.